Naruto is the best anime of all time. Who's a better main character than my boy, man?
Naruto, sometimes your eyes are even better than mine.
Trust me, I know that. How could I ever be Hokage? I can't save a friend.
The only thing that can beat it is itself. That's the only thing that can beat Naruto. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be comparing Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. As you can tell, I'm a huge Naruto fan. It's the show that I go back to watch the most. My favorite anime, and it's my favorite show of all time. And I looked back at my channel, and I'm like, whoa. I only uploaded one Naruto video so far. That's nowhere near enough. So that's what we're doing today. I'm comparing Naruto to Shippuden, and I have 7 different categories here that I'm going to be comparing them in. Which one has a better story? Which one has better arcs? Which one has a better sidecast? Which one has better villains? Which one has better fights? There's a other section. Which one is a better main character? And I'm comparing all of them and seeing which one ends up on top. Okay, first up is the story. Which one has a better story? And when I talk about which one has a better story, I'm talking about like what's the main plot of the show, basically. OG Naruto is basically just like a simple zero-day hero storyline. It's basically like a started from the bottom, now we're here storyline. It's basically that, where Naruto starts out with nothing. He starts at the bottom and he works his way up to climb and reach to his goals. Inspirational story, stuff like that. I call it simple because they're really working towards one goal. Well, the main character Naruto, he's really working to become Hokage.
The next Hokage! A ninja legend!
He's just make himself stronger to reach his goals, and that's really what he's trying to do. There's nothing really extra that the world, obviously there's stuff that happens in other arcs, but the main goal stays the main goal at the end of the day. But then when you go to Shippuden, they introduce the Akatsuki, this main villain group that wants all the tail beasts, which obviously Naruto has the strongest one. So that kind of throws off his whole world, his whole plan, whereas becoming Hokage is now like a side thing, and now he got to protect the world because the Akatsuki is trying to take over the world. He can't be, obviously he can't become Hokage if there's no world. So now he got to do that. And then also his best friend kind of is becoming a villain as well. He kind of left the village, so he has another thing he focuses on as well. He says, how can I become Hokage if I can't save one friend?
I can't save a friend.
Which is like, I mean, I feel like you still could, you know. I mean, I feel like other Hokage have done it, but he's basically saying he doesn't deserve it if he can't save his best friend. So he has 2 main things that he's focusing on throughout the show that take over being Hokage. Like, he just wanted to be known at first because he was unknown, he was hated on, he was disrespected by the village. And OG Naruto, he felt like becoming Hokage would give him that respect. Like, everyone would have to look up to him and stop looking down to him. But like, when you get to Shippuden, and especially after he beats Pain, he's not Hokage, but nobody's looking down on him at this point. Like, he saved the village. Nobody looks down on him anymore. So like, what does becoming Hokage do for him at this point? I feel like Shippuden has the very slight edge in story premise. Now, moving on to arcs. Which one has better story arcs? Which is pretty self-explanatory. It's like subsections of the main story, which is why I'm doing it in this order. OG Naruto, I'm just gonna get this out the way. OG Naruto does not miss. It has no bad arcs, and that's hard to beat. Yo, Land of Waves, Chunin Exams, Konoha Crush, Search for Tsunade, Sasuke Retrieval, peak, 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 peak. I don't like, it's just simple as that. They don't miss. And Shippuden, you get to Shippuden, it starts off with 2, they're okay to good to solid. They don't reach the levels, like some, you can call them misses. It's the Kazekage rescue arc where they save Gaara, and then Tenchi Bridge where they go and try and find Sasuke. Those 2 arcs are like, they're decent, but they introduce like Sai and Yamato and stuff like that. It's like, it's not the same. Like, and then the beginning of the war is just absolutely terrible. So Shippuden has misses where OG Naruto doesn't. The Shippuden has amazing arcs as well, like Pain, Invasion. You got the Hidan Kakuzu arc. You got Jiraiya's arc. You got Itachi and Sasuke fated battle between brothers. You got the 5 Kage summit. You got the peak of the 4th Great Ninja War. But like, there's too many misses for the arcs to like. I can't put Shippuden over Naruto basically, when OG Naruto literally went 5 for 5. Now we're on to the sidecast. Man, do they have some good side characters though. OG Naruto I feel like they gave almost every single one of their side casts like moments to shine. Outside of like Sakura, Ino, and like Tenten, every single main side character that was introduced, first of all, they had elite backstories. When you watch it for the first or second time, that's almost peak. That's almost peak, man. You gonna tell me Lee's backstory in the Trinity Exams wasn't like that? Gar's backstory wasn't like that? Bro, they had some elite backstories. Neji's, when you found out about what happened to his clan, come on, man. Naruto's backstory, obviously Sasuke's, and the Itachi flashbacks. Those are peak. Those are peak, like. And they gave every single one of their side characters a sign, like the Konoha 12. I feel like most of them got the chance to shine. Neji, Lee, Shino, undefeated Shino. That's a joke. Obviously, he had no losses, but he really didn't lose. He tied with Kankuro, but he didn't lose. Shikamaru, the Shan Shinobi, they were elite. Tamari, Kankuro, and Gaara, they were all elite. Even like characters that get trolled, like Kiba and Choji, they had their moments to shine. Like Kiba had a great fight with Naruto, and then he had his moment in the retrieval arc. And Choji, the character that was fat shamed literally every single arc, and every time he was on screen had one of the worst fights, one of the most troll fights against Dosu, came back and actually beat a Sound 4 member. 5th Gaze Lee, bringing one of the best fights in anime, one of the most iconic fights in anime history. You got Neji versus Hinata, then Neji versus Kidomaru, elite fights. Shikamaru, one of my favorite characters in all of anime, bro. Just so like anybody can relate to him because he's just so real. But at the end of the day, he grows every single time you see him on screen, and these fights are always so good to watch, man. Like, it's just. And Shippuden, the problem I have with Shippuden is like, you can't introduce all these great fan favorite side characters that I just went on a rant about how much I love them. How are you gonna just throw them to the side like that? How? Like, I don't know how you do that. You built up these characters to be really like that. Strong can leave, and then you just, does he fight? He might have one moment in Shippuden, literally like 1 to 2 moments where like in the war he has one moment where he like steps in for Guy. Like he doesn't do it. All he does is get trapped in a water prison and stepped in for Guy in the war. That's it. Neji, what does he do except die? That's what I'm saying. Like, if they weren't gonna use Neji, if they weren't gonna use Choji, why didn't you just kill him off in the Sasuke retrieval arc? I don't understand. Like, I know it's hard to kill off your favorite characters, but you gotta use them. Just kept him around for no reason. Kiba does nothing. Shino does nothing. When Shino in the Chunin exams beat the bull that Sasuke, the bull that got his arms broken by Sasuke, first mark Sasuke. When he beat him, it was talking about, well, one ace in the hole is good.
2 aces are better.
That joke was cold. And they had the whole Orochimaru flashback for him, and Orochimaru was talking to Sasuke and talking about pawns must be sacrificed. That joke was elite. And you got these characters that just like, dang, we're just not gonna use them. Obviously, they did add more. Like, that's the thing with Shippuden. They added so many characters that it's like some of them obviously couldn't get their screen time, but like some of the ones they replaced them with, they just aren't. They don't hold up. Even the Sand Ninja, Tamari. What does Tamari do? What is Kankuro so? Yo, Kankuro might have one of the biggest fall offs in anime history. That dude went from in the Sasuke retrieval arc pulling up and instantly just killing one of the Sound 5 members to getting absolutely worked by sorcery. He was supposed to be one of the best puppet users, got absolutely dog walked, yo. That's nasty. His performance was so bad. And then he does nothing the rest of the show. He does nothing. Like, I don't know, man. And then, like, some of the people that they replaced him with, like, Sasuke moves on to the dark side, and they replaced him with Sai. Sai's not good. Yamato, that's who we bring in. Yamato, the worst wood. How do you have wood style and you suck? That dude was just a Naruto compressor. That's really all he did. I don't. Dang, man. Lee doesn't do enough. Neji, like I said. Shino doesn't do nothing. Kiba, nothing. Choji, he's in a couple fights, but he doesn't do nothing in those fights. He's a crybaby. Like, he got his character progression in the Sasuke Uchiwa and then just regressed. Like, that dude was literally crying, couldn't fight Asuma. Obviously, it's hard, but like, dang, man, you look so sorry. It's hard to root for him when he looks like that. And then they added so many characters like was like all the other villages. They had characters that were just okay, like Darui. Like I mean, Darui's good. Darui's like the best one, but like the rest of the characters from the villages, I don't even remember their names. You know what I'm talking about. I'll show them on screen. You got all the Kage, Raikage, Tsuchikage, Hokage, Mizukage, Kazekage. You got all of them. They're okay. They're supposed to be the leaders. Like, what do they do? Like, I don't know. You got Gar. They solid. They solid. Like the Tsuchikage when he stopped the first meteor, Madara's meteor. That was tough. I ain't gonna lie. It was tough. He one of my favorite ones, and he was super old. The Raikage, he got some moments too, like his fight with Minato. He fought Naruto. They had like they're basically like they're trying to blitz each other. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. But like they all got. I think the problem is they got so dog walked by Madara. Like their perception is just like down in the drain. And Madara was just disrespecting them in any way possible. Talking about you would have seen 5 Susanos. Like why is he doing that? Why is he doing that to them? Yeah. Who else, man? Oh, the old Kage. They're all elite. They're all elite. I ain't gonna lie. Bringing them, but like the thing is, like they brought back all these tough characters, all these sidecast characters for the war only. Like you gotta get through 3/4 of the show just to get some of the best side characters back, like Minato, the first Hokage, Madara pull back up. He's a villain. We'll get to them later. Second Hokage, third Hokage. Like these are some of the best side characters in the show, but they don't pull up into the war. So it's like I can't give them that much credit. The only thing I can give them, I ain't gonna lie, Sakura got so much better. Sakura went from one of the worst characters in anime history to like she actually did some stuff. She was actually like she's solid. She still had her moments, obviously. I love you, Naruto. Sakura, you wanna talk about that?
This joke of yours isn't funny at all!
Trying to kill Sasuke and then failing, like folding last second, trying to Obito talking about kill me and you can't stab him, you're taking a long handshaking and then Madara comes and takes the eye. Sakura, are you good? Anyway, let me not too much. Fan favorites like Kakashi, Guy, and Minato get a lot more shine in Shippuden as well, so it's not all bad. But like, yeah, Naruto gets the win here. If you couldn't tell, OG Naruto gets the win for sure. But they add like they do add some good characters like for sure, like some good side casts. Like Guy takes Lee's place basically in the show. Like Guy steps in for all the spots that he would be in an OG. That's where Guy steps in. Killer Bee, amazing side character, but like. You can't get rid of all those side characters and replace them with like a lot of mid. You just can't do that. So OG Naruto gets a win. I think one of the reasons I like Naruto so much is how good and how real the villains feel in the show. I think like Naruto as a franchise probably has the best villains out of any other franchise, like any other anime. So that's what we're on next. So which anime has the better villains between Shippuden and OG Naruto? And I think it's a landslide. It's easily Shippuden. It's not even close because Shippuden has literally they introduced the whole villain team, the evil villain team or evil villain organization in the Akatsuki, my favorite evil organization of all time. And the Akatsuki has, in my opinion, no misses in there. No misses, no weak points. That's my opinion personally. Like Toby/Obito, Pain, Itachi, Kisame, Deidara, Sasori, Hidan, Kakuzu, Konan. I mean like, and even throwing like Zetsu in there, like they just didn't miss. Like you still have Orochimaru on the show, you still got Kabuto in there, who's turned into Sage Kabuto. Like you got all these guys that are just so layered. Like Pain, a villain like Pain who speaks so real. Like Naruto's villains really be speaking. I didn't even talk about Madara. Like they really be speaking real stuff. They not just, oh, I'm evil just because I want to take over the world. They really not that. They really, like, just, I don't want to say lost, but they're really once good guys who eventually just, like, kind of grew away from the world and, like, created their own views. They really be speaking. There's only a couple that are really kind of crazy. Like, Deidara, he's crazy. That dude crazy. He's insane. Talking about art. Art is an explosion. What does that even mean, brother? But like, bro, come on. Itachi, Obito, Madara, Pain, those four alone. But then you got somebody who's immortal. You got to deal with that. Kakuzu, who got 5 lives, 5 hearts. Kisame, who's just a dog. One of the realest villains. He stick through. Like, he's just so trustworthy for the Akatsuki organization. Man, come on. Come on, man. OG Naruto really can't compete with that with no Akatsuki. Even though they got some dogs. Zabuza and Haku were great first villains. The way Zabuza was able to, like, show how the ninja world is really real. Like, Zabuza was really the foundation for what Naruto villains really were. And then you got Orochimaru. I've never seen, like, he's the definition of just a pure evil, pure disturbance, pure horror, pure just creepiness in like an anime. But like that feeling that prime peak Orochimaru gave you was crazy. Like no other villain would do that to you, but they just didn't have enough because it was Zabuza, Haku, Orochimaru, Gaara. Gaara was an elite villain as well. Elite voice acting, elite backstory, something that Naruto could fight as a kid. That it was his foil, an elite villain. But it was those four really, and then it was just Orochimaru there with Orochimaru's henchmen. You had the Sound 5 and some other Sound Ninja. And that was it. You can't, like, it's not competing, bro. They didn't have the Akatsuki, so this is really not fair. The Shippuden clears, bro. You know how I said the characters, the villains, they're one of the main reasons I watch Naruto. Yeah, we know the fights on top. The fights is what you watch Naruto for. Oh my gosh, man, the fights. Like, there's nothing like a good Naruto fight. They, like, for its time, like, the boxing, the choreography, like, no anime does it like Naruto in terms of fights. So, like, which one got better fights, Naruto or Shippuden? And, like, man, I'm just gonna, like, say it right now. I gotta give it to Shippuden. Because, like, here's the thing with OG Naruto and Shippuden. Here's the difference. The peak fights are gonna be peak fights. They got bangers. They got, like, OG Naruto has Lee vs. Gaara, Naruto vs. Sasuke, Naruto and Sasuke vs. Orochimaru, Naruto vs. Gaara, Naruto Sasuke vs. Gaara. They got peak fights. The Sonic Deadlock, Zabuza, obviously they have, like, they got it. But the difference between Naruto and Shippuden is the lesser fights, the lesser hyped up, the non-main fights in OG Naruto. A lot of them are more skirmishes. They're shorter. Like, there's just not as much put into them. Whereas, like, any fight can be peak in Shippuden. And, like, the peak fights are so good. You'll never see a fight like Sasuke versus Deidara be really like that in OG Naruto. It just wouldn't happen. A fight like Sakura and Shio versus Sorcery would never be as good in OG Naruto. But these fights in Shippuden, there was so much put into them. They were so good. And they weren't even like the main fights of their arc. It's crazy. Like, all these Akatsuki fights, they put so much work into them. Kakashi versus Hidan and Kakuzu. Just straight cinema. Like, chef's kiss. It's crazy how good the fight is. Like, the boxing I've never seen. Like, even to this day, I don't see stuff as good as this, man. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, like Killer B versus Taka versus Sasuke and his group, like, they was boxing, yo. Like, it's crazy when you really think about what they was doing. Like, you just don't see that with the lesser fights in OG Naruto. Like, obviously they got their good fights, man, but like, there's levels. Like, they have their Shikamaru fights, versus Tamari versus Tayuya. They got their Neji versus Kidomaru. They got your Lee and Gaara versus Kimaru. They was boxing. That's legendary boxing right there on me. But then you have fights like let me just start naming out a couple that, like, should be elite fights, but like they were just shorter ones, like Jiraiya versus Itachi. Do you even remember that when they met? It's such a small skirmish that's like that. Like, if they met in Shippuden, would go crazy, but because it was an OG, it was just like more of a tactical fight. Like, that's the thing with OG Naruto fights. They're more tactical missions. Like, they feel like actual ninja missions. Like, they're trying to ambush people. They're going through trees in the woods, in the forest and stuff like that. Like, they really feel like ninja missions. Shippuden, it takes it to the next level most of the time. Like, when you saw Naruto fight Orochimaru for the first time, and he's flying and he's throwing out tail beast bomb after tail beast bomb with the four tails, you're like, these are ninja. This is crazy. That was on a whole nother scale for the first time in the series you've seen that. That fight was crazy. Like, I think that the Naruto Sasuke, the first time they fought, that was like one of the first times you really watch these people, you're like, dang, This is Tronic on a crazy scale, and that's Shippuden for almost every single one of these fights. They just going crazy. Kakashi versus Obito, Guy versus Madara, Naruto Sasuke the second time. These are crazy. Sasuke versus Danzo, Sasuke versus the Raikage. These are crazy fights, man. Like, what else? I got sidetracked a little bit. Like, Shino versus Kankuro in OG Naruto. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just, it was like a skirmish. It was a tie, but it wasn't that crazy. Like, these certain fights in the Retrieval arc just weren't. Kakashi vs Kabuto. Do y'all remember when they fought in OG Naruto in the middle of the Chunin exams? Do y'all remember that? Kabuto pulled him to the hospital, like he was gonna fake like he was gonna kill Sasuke or whatever, and Kakashi met him there, and they had a little skirmish. Like, these be great scenes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting anything about OG Naruto. I love it to death, but like, there just wasn't as much put into them. That's why I have to give it to Shippuden. Now we're moving on to the other section. The other section, I made this because it's like 3 different things that I'm not gonna talk about for that long. First is music, and both have an elite music, amazing music, iconic music actually. But I have to give the edge to OG Naruto for the simple fact that I feel like their best like OSTs and their best soundtracks are just more iconic, and it's more versatile. Like the sad OSTs in OG Naruto.
Everyone you're talking about has already been killed.
Shippuden has like eerie and like villain themes that are really good, but like, and they both have a elite character like theme songs, like Sasuke's theme, Shippuden, or Orochimaru's in OG, Naruto's in OG, Pain's in Shippuden. But like a lot of the Shippuden ones sound like more like they're more villainous, they're more eerie, they're more like the Akatsuki theme, like they're more like that. Like Shippuden, I feel like, not Shippuden, OG is just more versatile than the world. And it just easily goes to Shippuden, because like in OG you see the Leaf Village, you see the woods outside and the forest outside of the Leaf Village, and you see like the mist, a little bit of the Mist Village, and that's literally all you see. Like the world building in Shippuden, it just, you see every village basically, I'm pretty sure, and you see like other stuff as well. Like you see like the land of the Toads, where Naruto goes to train. You see the place where he goes to get his Nine Tails, control the Nine Tails like power, that cloak. I forget what island that was, like Turtle Island, I think it was called. I don't remember. Yeah, you go there. Like there's so many places like they explore. The Sand Village, really in the first arc they go to the Sand Village. I think that was just a main focus in Shippuden. That's why it clears. And then what's the last one? Oh, the power system. The power system is, it's tough to say. It's more the same. I call this one like a draw, because Naruto feel like more like they feel like more like Ninja. Like I was saying earlier in OG, like their chakra reserves were nowhere near as crazy. And then in Shippuden, and look, yeah, I might give the slight edge to Naruto actually now that I'm talking and speaking about it, because like the chakra reserves they had in Shippuden were so crazy. Like Kakashi went from being able to use like one Kamui to like spamming them by the end of the war. Like it's like they had no chakra reserves at that point. Like they was just firing off any jutsu they wanted with no drawbacks. They didn't really feel like Ninja, but like, it was so cool to see. That's why like it kind of makes up for it. Like if it's really cold, like you don't gotta be Ninja like, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to have that section. Now I wanted to end the video off with something people probably wouldn't expect, but it's really comparing Naruto, or the main character of the show, from OG to Shippuden. How did he change? Did he get better in Shippuden, or was his peak in OG? Now we start with OG Naruto, who always spoke his mind. He was hilariously disrespectful. He was so funny. OG Naruto is hilarious for just the comments, these absurd comments he would say to people, the nicknames he would give to people like Pervy Sage, Grandma. What makes Naruto a special character is how he changes people, and like his effect on people. And I feel like it felt more natural in OG, the way he like had an effect on people. Like he wasn't going out of his way to change people. It was more like he was changing them just because that's who he was. He wasn't trying to, but because of his personality, people were changing. Like you gotta look at it from every single arc. The Land of Waves, the kid, the what's the bridge builder, the bridge builder's kid, his grandson, Inari. When he saw Naruto, he was hating on Naruto, but it was only until he saw the amount of work Naruto was putting in that he was like, okay, I think I can see what this kid's talking about. Literally, he talked crazy to Sasuke and Orochimaru in front of their face. Orochimaru over here trying to take Sasuke's body, and Sasuke is scared to death. But because Naruto came in late, he's not scared at all. You know Naruto doesn't really get scared like that. He's like, you're not the real Sasuke, you know? And then not only does he talk to his trace, punches him in his mitt. He talks about,
You're not hurt, are ya? You scaredy cat?
he gets him back for the iconic line that Sasuke said to him in the beginning of the arc. It's just crazy. That's what OG Naruto does. You move on. Gaara, his foil, literally. The first time we've seen Naruto get scared, but he wasn't scared at first. Remember the hospital scene when Gaara was about to try and kill Lee? And Naruto and Shikamaru were there? Hold on, just let me cook. And Naruto sees him and he's talking crazy. He's talking about, I got the real demon inside me. It's not until Gaara talking about, yeah, you got a demon, I got a demon inside me as well. Then Naruto realizes like, oh, there's more out there like me. And then he really gets scared. Shook for like the first time you see in his career outside of the first mission, which I don't really count that. He's really shook and he's like, yo, we can't beat this guy. And then not only does he get shook, he witnesses Gaara with Shikamaru kill somebody on the stair set, right before he fights Sasuke, just kill him. And then he has to fight this guy at the end of the arc. He has to fight him. He has to overcome that and really fight Gaara. And then as he fights him, he starts gaining more and more confidence, and he comes back to himself, and he gets that confidence now where he's like, yeah, I'm gonna save Sakura. Where he does the 2K, the Naruto Uzumaki 2K barrage. He does that. He does the what's it called? The 1,000 Years of Death. He sticks a kunai of Gaara's butt, but it's attached with a paper bomb. And then Gaara hits him away, but he's like, boom, and then it explodes. And then you find out that's really the weak point of Gaara has, is like the back. Like, dang, that's really tough, man. And then Tsunade, man, like, oh my gosh. Like, you gotta think, OG Naruto, for me, really peaked from Chunin exams all the way up until, like, the end of the Tsunade rescue arc. When he's training, that's when he, like, bonds with Jiraiya. And Jiraiya's like a father to him. And he sees this. But he's trying to learn the Rasengan, and Jiraiya's not babying him at all. He's going around doing his old thing. Because he's trying to find Tsunade. Like, to Naruto, and he also says, like, to Naruto, like, you have to learn the Rasengan by yourself. I can't baby you for this. You have to learn it by yourself. And Naruto's not really understanding it at first. He's like, oh, why does Jiraiya keep leaving me? He goes on a walk in the village and sees, like, all these other father-son relationships, and he gets sad, he gets depressed, but he keeps working at it. He keeps working hard. Then Jiraiya finally comes back and helps him out, gives him a little hint, and then gives him a popsicle, like a half a popsicle stick. And that moment is one of my favorite moments in the show. Like, you have that. Then they finally meet up with Tsunade. He's still working on the Rasengan, by the way. Tsunade starts talking crazy, talking about, I don't want to help the village. You know how Tsunade was when he first met her. Naruto starts talking crazy at her. They fight a little bit. He gets flicked, like he gets disrespected. But he's like, I'm gonna learn the Rasengan in a week. Something that he's not supposed to do at all. Talking crazy to her. He's not trying to save her at all. He's not trying to change her. He does not like her at all. Talking crazy. He actually ends up learning the Rasengan in a week. Tsunade sees all the work that he's putting in. He learns it, uses it mid-fight to save her, which changed her life. And I feel like the thing with Naruto and Shippuden is, I'm gonna talk about his low moments first. Comes back, trains for 3 years, by the way, and he's worse. He learned 1, maybe 2 jutsu. He learned how to break himself out of Genjutsu, and he learned Giant Rasengan, something he never used. That's all he learned, and he's more of a hothead. He relies more on the Nine Toes chakra. That's it. He was a crash out. Like, watching him, go back and rewatch when they were chasing Deidara, when they're finding out that Gaara is captured. Go back and rewatch those moments. He's a crash out. He's a hothead. Kakashi has to keep telling him to calm down. It's okay. No, he's not buying none of that. And I feel like him as a character, he was so focused on saving Sasuke. He was so mad about everything else that was going on with the Akatsuki that he became a worse character, but his peak is still really good. Like, he doesn't start getting better until literally the 3rd arc in the show, until after they meet up with Sasuke, after he almost hurt Sakura on the bridge, where they're like, okay, this is really a problem now, we're crashing out. He was about to give himself up to the Nine Toes as well when he met Sasuke. He was like, the Nine Toes was like, yo, I can help you out, yo. We can beat this guy right now. He beats Kakuzu. Then the whole thing with Jiraiya and his death, so he has to deal with that, bro. He has to deal with Jiraiya's death for the first time. It's like he really lost his father again. That's really like what it was for him. Then, not on top of that, he has to he has to fight the guy that killed Jiraiya. He's attacking the village, so that whole stretch right there where he had to go through all those emotions, and Shikamaru tries to help him out, and he's trying to like suppress his emotions at first. That's so real. That's the realest Naruto's ever been, probably. And then when he fights Pain, and Pain's actually speaking real, and he doesn't have an answer for Pain. And then Pain changes his whole mindset and how he wants to go about things. And now Naruto wants to change the hatred of the world, bro. Oh my gosh, it's so peak. And then Naruto beats Pain. And then he's like, the job's not done. He has to find the real one. He has to go and find Nagato. Finds Nagato. Talks to Nagato, talking about, I really want to kill you. He basically says, I want to kill you right now, but I know that's not the right thing to do. Yeah, that's... Bro, he's so peak, man. He's such a good character. What other characters out here doing it like him, man? You tell me. This Naruto just is on top. I don't care about none of that. Literally, the first thing he does after the Pain arc is he lets himself get beat up by these Cloud Ninja because Sasuke fought Killer B and they were upset that he was a former Hidden Leaf village member. And instead of sticking up for Sasuke or doing anything, he let them beat him to a pulp, bro. Got on his hands and knees in front of the Raikage. Like, he doesn't downgrade from that point on. He's so cold. It's just the beginning. It's literally just the beginning. That's literally it. Literally, he's so cold during the war too. I don't gotta get into all that. I've already been yapping enough. That's why I give the slight edge, this very slight edge to OG, because he does no down moments. But that's about it. Now, after listening to me say all of that, you're probably wondering, oh, which one do you think is better? You've been glazed at both of them. And the main thing I feel like you have to consider when you're rating these is, what do you value more? Do you value peak consistency more, or do you value legendary moments more? And for me, for the longest time, I valued the consistency. In reality, the peak moments matter so much more. When you're talking about legendary, best animes of all time, you need the legendary moments to be at the top. You can't be number one without the moments of Shippuden. You just can't. The stretch from when Hidan and Kaguzu pull up all the way up to the end of the 5 Kage Summit, that might be the best stretch in anime history. I don't know if anything will ever pass it. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like they're both 10 out of 10s, but one's a better 10. That's just what I feel. Shippuden is the best show of all time, in my opinion. It's okay to have flaws. I think we need to stop allowing flaws to affect everything. Like, no flaws doesn't equal better. And that's the lesson I feel like you can get out of this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, locking me on this daily upload journey. I don't know why I keep saying daily upload journey. I don't upload daily. Just locking me on this journey. We on the come up, boys. I'll see y'all on the next one.